Are you curious to know what the most expensive foods are? Well, we've scoured the internet to find them. Here is the list of 7 most expensive foods only rich people can afford. Number 7. $10,900 grapes. It is polite to bring gifts over someone's house in Japan when you come to visit, especially if you have just gone on vacation and brought back souvenirs. It's common for people to get baskets of fruit as a gift. Over time, luxury fruit became popular as a way for the wealthy to show up with their friends. Maybe you have seen the video from BuzzFeed where they tried grapes that cost nearly $2,000. Believe it or not, there are even more expensive grapes in Japan. A committee typically decides the price of these luxury grapes. But one bunch in particular went up to auction and reached the insane price of $10,900. The rare grapes are a variety known as Ruby Roman, which is only grown in Japan, to be sold as real Ruby Romans. Each grape must weigh at least 20 grams and have a sugar content of 18%. The record high price was fetched at auction at the beginning of the fruit season when demand is incredibly high. Number 6. $14,260 meat pie. Traditionally, meat or mince pie is eaten in England during Christmas time. The Fence Gate Inn in the UK sells the most expensive meat pie globally, which costs $14,260. Meat pie is created with Japanese Wagyu beef, matsutake mushrooms, and winter black truffles. The gravy is made with 1982 Chateau Mouton Rothschild, which is typically over $1,000 per bottle. The quality of the savory ingredients no doubt leads to a truly incredible dining experience. Number 5. $14,500 Sri Lankan dessert. The Fortress Stilt Fisherman Indulgence at the Fortress Resort and Spa in Galle, Sri Lanka. This dish has a fascinating history behind its design, which is built to honor the stilt fishermen of Sri Lanka. The dessert features a tasty column attached to a chocolate stilt fisherman on a pole. An 80-carat aquamarine gemstone counterbalances it. You get to keep paying the $14,500 price tag of the ridiculously indulgent Sri Lankan dessert. While the price technically varies based on the gemstone's exact value that provides most of the dessert's worth, it averages around $14,500. The restaurant requires 48 hours to procure and value the dessert's infamous gemstone. The dessert itself features an edible chocolate fisherman and a handmade pulled sugar column that includes an Italian cassata flavored with mango and pomegranate. Number 4. $25,000 dessert. A jeweler named Euphoria in New York City make a partnership with Serendipity 3. Together they have the frozen hot chocolate. It is considered to be the world's most expensive dessert. They make it with a blend of 28 different chocolate cocas worldwide, which gives a deep richness to its flavor. This ice cream sundae has edible 24-karat gold. The base of the ice cream has an 18-karat gold bracelet with 1 carat of white diamonds. They serve the dish with a golden spoon, decorated with diamonds. If you want to eat this dessert, it will cost you $25,000, but you can take the jewelry. Number 3. $27,000 breakfast. In 2009, the West End in London had a theatrical production of Breakfast at Tiffany's. They served a breakfast for the opening performance, and it ended up earning the record for the most expensive breakfast ever served in the world. Unfortunately, the only thing that the guests got for $27,000 was a croissant, coffee, and a cocktail. The croissant was decorated with gold and diamonds, so at least it was fancy. Number 2. $34,500 caviar. Everyone knows that caviar is one of the most expensive foods in the world. Even on Amazon, tins of caviar sell at the price of $100. The most expensive caviar in the world comes from the almas eggs of the Iranian beluga fish. These fish are between 60 to 100 years old. They live in the Caspian Sea, where there is minimal pollution. Since their eggs are rare, this costs a $34,500, and it has the Guinness World Record for being the most expensive caviar. To be real caviar, the eggs must be from sturgeon, of which beluga is the most famous and celebrated variety. People eat the eggs of many other kinds of fish also, but those are roe instead of caviar. If you've ever had the crunchy little orange balls on top of a fresh roll of sushi, that was likely tobiko, or flying fish roe, which is widely available and cheap enough to use as a garnish. They consider fresh eggs to be of higher culinary and economic value. Number 1. $1 million wedding cake. Last on this list is the most expensive wedding cake in the world. Debbie Wingham is the cake designer behind the $1 million treat. She created it for a wedding expo in Dubai. Keep in mind that Dubai is home to some of the most expensive weddings in the world, where couples have a multi-million-dollar budget. So, for Wingham, she needed to blow people away with her cakes at this expo completely. She certainly did so with the life-size cake of a traditional Arab bride. It was perfect right down to the details of a flowing dress with handmade flowers and edible pearls. The cake weighed 164 pounds, which was the right size to feed thousands of people attending the wedding. Creating the cake took hundreds of pounds of crispy treats for modeling the shape. It needed over 40 pounds of Belgian chocolate to make modeling chocolate for their intricate shapes, and then over 100 pounds of fondant for the dress and train. The real $1 million price tag came from the 5 diamonds. The wedding cake baker attached them to the headdress. They are worth roughly $1 million. This is it for today. See you in the next video.